here at the student farm, we like to grow a lot of vegetables, but we have to do that with good soil health. So Shelby, tell us about how can we have good soil health? And we're standing in some strips right now. What's going on out here?
So as of last week, we actually started to terminate some of our winter cover crops. Those are cover crops that were planted in the fall and allowed to grow over our winter. And to terminate them, we flail mowed and then came through and tilled twice. And so that is preparing our seed beds so then we can come shape our beds and then plant in them in the next month.
So we planted something out here. What did we plant?
We planted a mixture of winter wheat, which is our cereal grain, and then crimson clover, which is a legume, so it helps fix nitrogen in our soil.
So we're putting these out here just for the fact that we're going to intentionally put these into the soil. So tell me a little bit about why is that important, and also how would I know which things to plant?
It's a great question. So it's important because it allows us to have roots growing in our soil during those off-season months when we don't have crops actively growing in it, which prevents erosion. And then as we work those plant materials back into the ground, it helps build up what's called organic matter. And that's great for water retention, nutrient retention. What we actually see right now is called strip tilling. And so the parts that have not been tilled will actually serve as a living walkway for us, a green mulch, basically. So those will continue to grow even once we have crops planted in these strips right here. So it gives us something to walk on. It helps prevent erosion, and it helps a little bit with weed control.
You mentioned some things we can measure, like organic matter. We can measure that, right? And we can measure nutrients in the soil and all these things. So which species of plants is going to give us the best return for soil health?
So I'm actually doing a study on that right now. So in the last 2 weeks, I actually terminated my winter cover crop study the same way we did here, flail mowed and then tilled it twice. And I'm looking at what mixtures will provide us the most organic matter and that early spring crop nutrient availability. And so I've got a study that we're looking at a mixture of cereal grains, so winter wheat, winter rye, and winter oats. And then our two legumes in that study are crimson clover and Austrian winter pea.
That's wonderful. And what have you seen, just maybe in some preliminary data that got you ready for your study, of what can happen with organic matter? Can you see like real increases in a short period of time, or does it take years and years?
It takes time to build healthy soil, but in some of the preliminary data, we've seen the benefits of a mixture of winter wheat and crimson clover. That's why it's our go-to out here for a fall planted cover crop, because it's able to increase the plant material working back into the ground. And so our organic matter here at the student farm has grown anywhere from 1% to 2% in our different fields just since we've started out here.
Okay, so we have some tillage that's happened out here. Tell me, is it okay to grow these plants and till them back into the soil? Is that a good thing for us to do out here?
So there's kind of a debate, and it's, is it good to till? Is it bad? And you have people moving towards no-till systems as well. So what this actually is considered minimal tillage. So we're not coming through tilling the entire field, leaving ground bare for soil to erode or for weeds to germinate. We're choosing which location strategically. So this, where we are standing right now, will be a bed for vegetable crops here in the next month.
So just tilling where the beds will be for the future.
Yes, because we want to minimize that soil disturbance if we can. So tillage isn't always bad. It provides us with a nice new area to plant seeds in, to plant our transplants in. It helps us even out the size of our soil particles. But if we can minimize it, that's great too, because we want to have those roots that are penetrating our soil and helping to hold it in place.
Well, Shelby, great information on fall cover cropping for our vegetable gardens, and we look forward to seeing your data in the future.
I look forward to sharing it with you.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. and join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.